Hi guys, it's Celeste. Hello. I'm not sure why my internet router just, decided it wants a divorce apparently. I don't really know what's going on. I can tell if my hair went in my mouth or not. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You know what? My internet router over here, it works every a few moments and then it stops and it changes its mind. And everything is fine and then it changes its mind again. And I feel that. It's all good, but if you want a divorce internet router, just tell me. Just say something. We don't have to pretend anymore. Just let me know. Internet routers these days, you never know. You never know. Not only will they want a divorce, but they won't even tell you. They won't even tell you. Anyway, I got Dunkin' Donuts. I also had the funniest tech issue ordering Dunkin' Donuts on Uber earlier. I'm just having tech issues. I'm having tech issues, and I'm having tech issues. Yeah. This, it doesn't even make sense. Dunkin' Donuts has this smell that all the locations just have this smell. The energy there, the air there just smells different. You don't even have to open the product. It has the Dunkin' Donuts aura with it. It's smellable and everything, and I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm having tech issues. I'm having tech issues. Apparently. That wasn't even internet related though. Basically, I placed the order on the Uber Eats app. I know. It's my fault for being bougie. I know. I just think it's okay for me sometimes to have one area of my life where I'm a little bit bougie and it's not actually that's the thing, dude. It shouldn't have to be a weird thing. Obviously I already have to pick and choose what areas of my life I'm going to be bougie in, right? I still have mosquito bites right there. But you know what I'm saying though? I have to already pick and choose what areas of my life I'm gonna be a little bit what areas of my life am I just gonna put up my feet and just chill, right? Yeah, this is good actually. This is really good. It's just the matcha latte. I got it with oat milk because cows fucking scare me. Cows are terrifying. I don't know how I feel about cows at all. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about cow milk, cows, just in general. I have a tattoo that is, cow Jesus. It's a cow and he's Jesus, so he's got a little a crown of thorns or whatever, crown of thorns. And it's also the milk Bible, so it's cow Jesus in the milk Bible, so it's a carton of milk with little crosses, 3 crosses on it. Oh, there's a black butterfly right by me. Oh, all of the sweet stuff is at the bottom. It's just not mixed right. The idea was there though. The idea was there. That's the problem, right? So the matcha was already sweet that they use for the drinks, but I wasn't sure. So I had them put 2 sugar packets in there because I was 2 is the number of sugar packets where if a drink is already sweet, you're not overly sweetening it if you just add 2 sugar packets, but also if it shows up and it's tastes like black coffee or something, if you add 2 sugar packets, at least it's a little bit sweet. I just feel 2 is the number where you can't really go wrong with the number 2. It just works. It just works. I didn't even tell you guys what actually happened with my order though. On Uber, I was trying to defend myself for being bougie because I know there's people with antlers out there who will be Antlers, that's just what I call people with like a really big ego, because I find it so funny, because you know how like if there's like a moose or whatever, I'm pretty sure they like lose their antlers and they like grow back in. So when people have like a really big ego and it's clearly just their ego, I call it their antlers. I'm like, oh, this person, I already know this person has antlers, they're gonna try to like do something crazy, like so in my mind I was like, why is a squirrel watching me and a lizard, like they're both watching me so like attentively, like the squirrel is giving me all of its attention but it's not near me, it's like 10 feet away just on a fence, it's like staring at me like into my soul, and a lizard is also like 7 feet from me just staring into my soul. The squirrel's like trying to hide itself but still doing that weird like fake squirrel thing where it just like, it's like pretending to be a squirrel. I don't know what else to call it. It's a squirrel, but it acts like it's pretending to be a squirrel. I don't even want to talk about it. Clearly it's a squirrel, but like it acts like it's pretending to be a squirrel. I don't want to talk about it, it's fine. But what I was gonna say is I felt like somebody was already going to have antlers about the fact that I wanted to get Uber Eats. Like, I have a right to do that. Like, you know. And so then what happened when I sorry, I'm just imagining in like 10 years people going around saying like saying people have antlers because they're like doing different things, right? And like imagine this is like where that starts. I don't know, but I always call it that in my head, like I never tell anybody, but honestly it kind of works though. Like sometimes you just know which people are going to have antlers and try to tell you what like you can't do within your own personal life. like tell me I'm wrong though. Like I'm not even wrong about that. I think that was a mosquito, but I don't know. Look how badly I'm already getting bitten up. That's all just from today. All of that is fresh. And my back. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, the mosquitoes are getting my back also. Yeah, what I was gonna say, I didn't even tell you guys what happened with my Uber order. So, I placed the order. And then the driver, like, already got to the location, whatever, just sends me a message saying, Uber said Dunkin' Donuts said they never got your order. Then I was like, okay, does that mean they're making it right now? Like, me being hopeful and optimistic, I was like, okay, does that mean they're like working on it right now? And then the Dasher's like, or not Dasher, I just called it that because like I feel like DoorDash and Uber Eats are the same thing, so I forget which one's which, even though I only use Uber Eats now. But I still forget because like it's literally the same thing. You're just gonna, ow, the mosquitoes are being really mean behind me, like they're biting me behind my back, and it like with sharp like straws. Really sharp straws. I don't even like this. I don't even like anything that's happening. It's like they're biting my stomach, they're biting my back. Who told them they could be this aggressive to me? Who told them they could not tone it down a notch? Like, who told them it was fine? Why do the mosquitoes have antlers? I don't even want to talk about it. It's true though. It's true. Sorry, I'm just zoning out because I'm really just going through it. Like, they're biting my back like 47,000 times, and I don't even want to say that because I feel like they're just gonna do it again. I feel like they're just gonna do it again. Like, are we even kidding? How is that not a joke? How am I supposed to get bitten this many times and still take it seriously? How am I supposed to be getting bit this many times and still take it seriously? That has to be the biggest joke ever. It has to be. You're not even kidding. There's no way. Oh my gosh. There's no way. I don't even believe you. I'm still in disbelief. I do not believe you. There's absolutely no way. Who put me on earth here? Absolutely. Like, who said this was fine? Who did this? Who went through with it? I'm still in disbelief, and that's why I'm still talking about it. Like, I am absolutely confused and in disbelief to the fact that that was even allowed to happen. Absolutely, completely in disbelief. I'm still like clueless on this. Like, why? Who said that was fine? Who did that? Who went through with the decision? It's not fine. Who invented mosquitoes or whatever, or said it was fine that we can coexist at the same time? I want a word with you. A very serious word. Oh yeah, so then, a fun fact about the rest of what happened with my Uber order. Ow! Never mind, I'm getting bitten so aggressively I can't even talk to you. Anytime I try to talk about what happened, the straws are getting stabbed into me. All over my stomach, all over my back, all over... Luckily not my arms that much except for the one spot, but like I don't even want to talk about how violently straws are getting stabbed into me. I don't want to talk about how violently that's happening. I don't want to talk about it. How is that legal? How? I don't even know what type of animal that was. Some type of animal was like in the bamboo, looking over here, and it just like knocked over like some of the bamboo. I don't even know what to call it. It looked like an animal was spying on me, which doesn't make sense. Killed a mosquito that was on my back, literally. But it looked like the animal was spying on me. Not that that's true, but it looked like it. It definitely could be true. Obviously, it could be true. Like, anything could be true. Yeah. Whatever animal it was got caught because of knocking over the bamboo. Honestly, I don't even care if you think that's weird for me to say, because I got bit 70,000 times on my back by mosquitoes. So if you really care, you should have bigger priorities, like killing every mosquito that exists on the planet. That should be number one. Whatever I say should be second. Or 40,000th? Like, why am I? That's the thing though. People always want to like come at me. Why am I number one on your priority list? Why? Why? Why don't you have something else to do? I didn't realize I was that important to you. Wow. Sorry, one second. What else I was gonna say about what happened to my Uber order? I'm gonna talk really fast so the mosquitoes don't get me, because I'm not kidding. You would notice the coincidence too if you were me. If you were me, you would notice that the second you start talking about any inconvenience in your life, every mosquito comes to get you. You would notice. I'm not crazy, you would notice. You're just not me, so you wouldn't know what I would know. But you would notice too. Why am I so pretty right now? Why is the lighting changing like that? It's literally just wind. Nothing is going in front of the camera but wind. You see the wind. You visually see the wind on the camera. Like, nothing is different with the lighting, but you can visually see the wind. Since when is that a thing? The sun is not moving. Like, you realize that, like, in order for that to make sense, either something would have to be flying over the camera repeatedly, or literally the sun would have to be just, like, zigzagging above me. There's not shade that's moving above me. Like, you can see the wind. Every time the wind starts. Right now, apparently, your visuals are, like, different. I don't know. If you can't see that in the final recording, then just, I don't know, pretend you do. Because I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I didn't even get to what actually happened with the Uber order. Okay? Basically, like, Dunkin' Donuts said they never got the order, even though it was literally like placed on Uber Eats, so it was like an active order. So they kept sending different drivers, but each one would cancel. This happened with like 4 different drivers. Not even exaggerating, like 4 different drivers. Yeah. Which is fine, like I don't really care, but like it was annoying, you know? So then I decided to go over to like the support, the AI. Of course, the only support for that would be AI. So I tell the AI, I need to talk to a real person. The AI says, no, here's some options, let me help you. I scroll through all the options. None of the options are useful at all. Obviously, none of them are useful. All of them are just like the dumbest stuff ever. Like, there's no way that makes any sense. Like, obviously it's not helpful. So I tell the AI, please, I need to speak to a real person. The AI says, no, let me help you again. You were not helpful the last time. Scroll through the options again. The options are the same. I'm like, no, I need to talk to a real person. The AI says, let me help you again. I'm not kidding. I said, no, I need to talk to a real person. Finally, the AI was like, fine. There will be a real person in 2 to 3 minutes. So, you know, I wait, whatever. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy out here. Animals are acting like people. AI doesn't do anything except make your life harder. But it's always there. What's next? AI is gonna have like a social security number, like each one. Like they're on our level even though they're not helping us in any way. Like, what's next? What's next? Then I finally talked to a real person. I explained the whole situation, whatever. And then, you know, the person's like, fine. We can either refund your order or we can give it back to, or we can like, they just said like, if you want to keep your order. Like, it didn't really make sense. They were like, if you want to keep your order, that's all they really said. Then we can give you $2, and that's all they said. So I was like, wait, I don't get what you're saying. Does that mean that you guys will send through my order properly and Dunkin' Donuts will actually receive it this time? You know, then the person looks at everything, says, actually, I can see here that you just canceled your order. I said, no, I didn't. I've been on the like help page the entire time chatting with you. The person's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You know, it comes across all weird. They're like, I don't believe you. You canceled it. I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, I just sent like the little laughing face. I was like, if it says that on your end, then that's hard to believe, honestly, for me. And then at that point they were like, fine, we'll resend your order to Dunkin', and then we'll also give you a $5 credit for Uber Eats, which they did. They resent the order, and then they just gave me like a $10 credit instead of $5, which is nice. It's nicer, but like, honestly, I don't even know what was going on. I think that person felt bad for like whatever happened on their end as well, like the whole like gaslighting thing. They were like, fine, we'll just give you $10 but call it $5. Like, what does that even mean? I don't understand. But everything got resolved and I got $10 free for no reason. All I had to do was play musical chairs with these Uber drivers. That's all I had to do to get $10. No, it actually took like a while though. Like, it took a lot of effort and a while. Like, I just don't. Was it worth it? Not really, but like, hey, I got $10 out of it, I guess. I don't fucking know. Like, at least I got the order though. This drink is pretty good. Matcha latte. Bye, donut. At least they sent me napkins this time. They like never send me napkins. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That Uber thing had me stressed out, actually. A little bit. Not because I didn't think I would get a refund, but just because, like, I don't know why. The whole thing got me stressed out. Like, what are we doing? Sorry, like, all the seeds from the fucking bagel are, like, everywhere. So I'm like, imagine they're, like, everywhere. Like, all over. No, that's a birthmark. It's not edible. I tried. I'm kidding. I don't know. It's just like a bagel with cream cheese and it's toasted. And everything bagel. For some reason, the hold that like Dunkin' Donuts bagels has on me is so extreme because when I was little, I was never allowed to like get food places ever. Like ever, especially with my mom. I was never, ever allowed to like, it was always we have food at home. Like, we have food at home. We have food at home. Like, you're thinking about it. Dunkin' Donuts bagel, we have food at home. Like, we have food at home. The food at home, beans and rice. But we have food at home. So, like, it was beans and rice, but, like, I would be, like, daydreaming about, like, what would it be like to get, like, a... Like, I'm not kidding, for, like, years of my life, I'd be like, wow, what would it be like to, like, go somewhere and just, like, order a bagel? Like, what would that be like? Like, actually, like, some people will be like, oh, wow, I want to, like, win the lottery someday. Like, I want to, like, be a singer or win a Grammy someday. Like, I was like, wow, what would it be like to, like, someday go somewhere and, like, order food? Like, what would that be like? Dude, what would that be like? So then, one time, when I was little, I was probably, like, 6 or 7. It was right in the height of, like, the we have beans and rice at home era. So you don't need food out because we have beans and rice at home, which is fine. Also, I think my mom, like, didn't really have money to, like, buy food out anyway. So, like, what was she gonna do? She was gonna be like, no, we have beans and rice at home. Like, you don't need the Dunkin' Donuts bagel, which is true. Like, I get it on her part. Like, it's not like she, like, had, like, a lot of money to, like, do that anyway. But, you know, in my mind when I was, like, 6 or 7, I was like, why do we have beans and rice at home when Dunkin' Donuts gets to have, like, bagels, you know? I don't know. That's, like, how kids think. So then one single time when I was, like, 6 or 7, my mom let me get, like, a bagel from Dunkin' Donuts. It was just, like, a plain bagel, like, toasted with cream cheese on it. I had to get cream cheese on it because there had to be something that was, like, healthy about it. Even though it's not really healthy, but, like, there had to be something that was, like, healthy about it for me to be allowed to get it. So then, yeah. So then because that was the one time that I was ever allowed to have unhealthy food, and it was the one time that I was ever allowed to, like, order food at any place and eat stuff that was, like, not beans and rice, you know? Like, it really just, like, captured my mind in a different way. Like, my mental fixation from that era of life still impacts me now. Anytime I see a bagel with, like, cream cheese on it, it's like the holy grail. It's like, it has, like, its own halo. I'm like, this is different. This is, like, on a different level, you know? Even though it's just a bagel, though. But, like, anything that you don't have, it makes it, like, 37,000 times better when you finally do. So then it doesn't even matter that it's just a bagel. I would still choose this, like, over something else that would be of greater value. But, like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, the bagel is, like, worth more, you know? Because it's, like, what I couldn't have, and then what I finally got one single time, and then what I went back to, like, never being able to have, right? It also makes it a little bit more, like, if you have a problem with me, like, ordering food, like, put down your antlers and go somewhere else. Like, you know? Like, it's not about you anymore. It's kind of true. The only thing about, like, everything bagels, though, is they're kind of super gross to think about. Like, what even is all that? Even when you wipe away, like, all the seeds, it's, like, sticky. What do you mean by everything? It's brown and sticky. You know? Like, like, it's kind of weird to think about. Like, what do you mean by an everything bagel? Like, you know? Like, what even is that? It's sweet. Caramel? Like, it's not, but, like, what even is that? Like, I don't understand, but it's fine. I don't have to know everything that's in it, but, like, I don't know. It's weird. Eating a Dunkin' Donuts bagel is probably when I feel the most like the gods are with me, except for, like, actually being at an altar. Like, aside from being at an altar, which would be number one, obviously, where you have, like, the real experiences, but the Dunkin' Donuts bagel is, like, a close second. Like, kind of, right? Like, it's pretty close. I mean, it's not the same. Definitely you should have an altar and you should be working through some stuff there. But if you had to have a close second, a Dunkin' Donuts bagel is not that bad. That's why, partially, well, I believe in many gods. I believe in the universe, or I call it the quantum mind, and I believe in many gods, because I believe that my concept of God is so expansive. Like, what I like to say to people is, do you believe in a concept of God? Like, do you believe your concept of God would be strong enough to, split into many bodies? Do you feel like your concept of God would be strong and expansive enough to even possess a human body if it wanted to? Do you believe that your concept of God is, like, you know, like, I feel like people need to befriend their own concept of God in a lot of ways, and they don't. But one of my favorite things is that because the concept of God is like a liquid, right? While it can't be contained at the same time, there's many, many ways to have a piece of it. And that's even your own. Or that you're, like, closer to. I don't know if that being a liquid really correlates to that, I guess. But what I'm trying to say is that's, like, how I picture it. Yeah. I feel like a disadvantage that you've had in the past can even become, like, your concept of God. Like, it doesn't have to be the same God that everybody's talking about or whatever. Because say you didn't, like, for example, the bagel thing. Say you didn't ever get to have a bagel in your entire life, and then you got to have a bagel, but you always wanted a bagel, then you finally got to have a bagel one time, then you could never have a bagel ever again. It's almost like your concept of God is the bagel at the same time. Like, food can be a god to people. That's what people are missing here. Like, food can be a god to people. There's nothing wrong with food being a god to people. But whatever your concept of God is, needs to be your friend. Like, you need to be in the, you know, I don't know what it's called. You need to be in the boxing ring with God. It doesn't mean you have to, like, go head to head. You can be on the same team, but you need to still be up there with God, working through things, right? Whatever your concept of God is, you need to be getting closer. You need to be working through things with them. Any God that you believe in, you need to be actively working on yourself with them. That's what most people are missing. It's not that they're believing in the wrong God or whatever. It's that it's really not that as much. It's more that their concept of God is something that they can only understand through another person or through their TV or whatever, right? Like, if your concept of God is a physical object you can hold in your hand, that's perfectly fine. But what are you doing to get closer and to get to know this physical object better? And what is this physical object? What can you imagine that this physical object is doing to get to know you better? What can you do to work on your relationship? I don't care what your idea of God is. What are you doing to get closer to it? What are you working through together? Right? Like, I feel that in the higher dimensions, everything has a higher self in some way, because everything was created by somebody. Whether or not you know the name of the somebody, in what way are you working to get closer to them? In what way are you working to get closer to your own origin story and to merge that with your concept of God, whatever it might be? No, I don't only believe in bagels. But yes, I do believe that bagels exist. And you should too. Is it really that hard? No. It's not. If you can guess what just happened, I got bit by another mosquito with a very sharp straw on my side. And I don't know how I feel about it. One of these days, it's just gonna be my villain origin story. One of these days. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. I don't know. I need an aura of mosquito protection. Like, I'm not gonna settle for not having an aura that protects me from mosquitoes. There's no one else out here. Nobody would have known if I didn't get bit by a mosquito, right? What is it adding to my environment? Nothing. It's just a way that spiders can drink human blood. It's just a way that spiders can drink human blood. Mosquito sticks their straw in, sucks it all up, leaves, gets caught in some web somewhere. Spider eats it, says, "Why is this better than most of them?" Exactly. I'm always edible. And it's not even working out. I'm not even getting anything out of it. Are we kidding? Ew. It made a sound. Like, it made a very squishy sound for the first time. Like slime or something. Sorry, I was thinking about so many things that I can't say on camera. And really just enjoying the moment. I never eat the like last part of donuts. I don't know why. Like I eat most of it. I never eat the last part. But now I'm washing off my hand with the condensation because it got way too sticky. Way too sugary, way too fast. Look at me. I ate that sugary donut and I didn't even turn into a monster right in front of your eyes. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I have supernatural powers too. I didn't turn into a monster right in front of your eyes just because I ate a donut. I don't know how you feel about that. That's literally all I really have to share with you. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.